So let's start with what I call deep thought solutions, and the whole idea of having a different mindset for different types of solution. So when we do that, what we tend to think of is short-term solutions, the think, decision, action we talked about in the last video. Don't require generally discussion, we just get on with it. Sometimes you might have a short discussion with somebody and then a decision is made and it's all very quick and it's fast. And those are what I call solutions A, quite simple, day-to-day type of solution, and we just get on with it. It's efficient, it's quick, and not a huge amount of deep thought is required. Type B solutions, however, need a little bit more thinking, a little bit more depth, maybe some discussion, and sometimes, and we're not as managers always as good as we should be at this, is self-reflection time. And obviously if there's more than you, if there are other people involved, how much time do they have to self-reflect before moving to sensible decisions which are sustainable for the team and for the business. So those I think we can generally do pretty well, but we might want to think again about how, particularly those type B solutions, how we do that, whether we really honour the differences in the way people think. Some people of course want lots of information, other people just want bullet points. Some people need time to reflect, other people are very, very quick to make decisions and wonder why other people are so annoyingly slow or indecisive. And often the indecisive people actually are bringing in a depth of thought and self-reflection, if we let them, that can be particularly useful in not tripping up over something where we've come to a decision far too quickly. So to honour all of those people. The third set is what I call the type C solution, or the deep thought solution, where we very rarely, most of us tend to go to. And that's a shame, because sometimes we do need to make very deeply thought, carefully worked out solutions where we need to maybe re-steer the business. We may need to think again completely about what our products do and what they're for, or what market they're in, what services we're providing and who we're providing them to, and how we achieve that, whether it's direct or indirect, whether it's franchise, whether it's not. A whole lot of business issues around quite deep problems and challenges for our organisations. So how do we do that? Now, in the old days, people used to brainstorm, and to some extent the deep thought type solutions, the type C solutions, can use some of that brainstorming sort of philosophy. What we're trying to do with brainstorming is to pile out lots of information as quickly as possible so we don't have time to judge it. Now that's the key thing that we want to bring to type C solution, the deep thought solutions, is to hold on to that thought. And it doesn't have to be rapid, it doesn't have to be quick necessarily, and we can take time over it. But what we're doing is to say, well, wait a minute, what was the point of all that? And the point is to suspend judgment. Because if you think about it, you start going down that thought curve, and if you suddenly start making judgments about things, particularly negative judgments about things, you skip off the curve and you end up in type B solutions, when in fact what you're looking for is more creativity. Quite a lot of people do need to do some self-reflection in order to get creative solutions. And this is why this methodology is very different from the old brainstorming, because there wasn't the scope for that. It was all very bang, 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 get it on the board and then do the SWOT analysis afterwards on the solutions. In this case, what we're doing is to do the deep thought, is to get creative solutions, but to take periods of time out, usually on our own, usually in silence, coffee breaks, but we set up the scene so people know what these spaces are for. Taking 10 minutes out, maybe 15 minutes out, maybe longer, coming back into the space again, and then kicking off again in that deep sea type process without the judgments in. That then allows the people who create in their self-reflective processes novel and creative solutions to come in and share in the process, and to offer other solutions which we wouldn't have thought of otherwise. And we need to harness that. Now, there is another issue here. If you happen to be someone who should be part of that process as a manager and leader, if you're managing the process, it's difficult to suspend judgment, because some of your mind is going to be concerned with actually running the process. So I would say, and I'm not saying come and buy us or buy any other organisation externally, use someone internally who can understand the process, facilitating groups of people to do things in a productive way like this, that can do that process and allow you, the manager stroke leader, just to be another participant in that arena, only thinking, only creating, without having to actually manage the process yourself, so that the best things that you can offer are also there and part of the process too.